And the other areas in Southeast Asia, like Phuket has everything, and especially in terms of the international schools, the malls. You can go to Bangkok. I don't think there's really another city in all of Southeast Asia or Asia that even compares, like Kuala Lumpur, these islands outside of Malaysia. Singapore is it's still very concrete and robotic, and Bali is just, forget about it. The infrastructure is a nightmare. Is there any hidden gems out there that you could foresee competing with Phuket in the next 10 to 15 years?
No, just merely by land size. Phuket has 60 by 20 kilometers, 400,000 people living here. That's a middle-sized town, right? So all the islands in Southeast Asia are much smaller.
Yeah.
Right? So Bali has a similar size, but it has also different people, right? And infrastructure is not as good as here.
Yeah, and also Bali, it's far. I mean, Bali to fly, I think but Bangkok to Bali, there's always some sort of layover. I mean, it can take like door to door 10 hours. Like it's not that.
No, it's not that far. But
no, I mean,
Phuket Bali is 4 hours, so it's about 5 hours. 5 hours flight.
If you're doing like layovers, like I think I layovered in Singapore once, but I mean,
but Bangkok Denpasar has quite a few flights, so
to direct.
Yeah.
Okay. I think last time I went, I've been there 5 times, and the last time I said I'm not going back. It was just, the problem with Bali, and that's for people that, how do you decide Phuket or Bali? The issue I found with Bali is maybe you're staying in Canggu and you want to go to dinner in Seminyak. Well, you could be in a van for an hour and a half. Who knows?
That's true.
And it's just, it gets quite frustrating. And yeah, you could be on a motorbike, but now you're on like farm roads that are one-way motorbikes. It's a bit stressful as well.
Yeah, true.
In regards to maybe like Koh Samui, I've thought about that, like maybe in 10 years that it could compete with Phuket if they're able to reduce the cost of traveling by flight between Bangkok and Samui. Currently, those flights, they range from, let's say, 4,000 to 8,000 baht. Meanwhile, you can get a round trip from Phuket at 2. But if they were to expand that airport and make it more accessible at a lower cost, do you see Koh Samui being a competitor?
Koh Samui has always been a competitor in a certain range of tourists. I saw it develop. I owned some land on the island once. But the speed of development is way less than Phuket. So actually they grew at the same time. Right, but at some stage Samui stopped because people realized that the size is not there in order to grow metropolitan style of shopping centers or putting this into Samui. The other major reason is flight expenses. Their exclusivity. Bangkok Airways has the exclusive. When they developed the airport, it was linked to Bangkok Airways' exclusivity to fly to Phuket, to Samui.
Is there a contract when that would expire?
I don't know whether there is still the contract, but whether it would ever expire, I don't even know.
I mean, whoever wrote that.
I think it's linked to that airport. And if anybody else wanted to fly where they're like Thai Airways, Thai Smile, Nok Air, or whatever they are called, they would have to build a new airport.
Yeah, I was wondering like why they wouldn't have cheaper flights. It would just bring. I feel like. Do you think part of it?
Monopolism.
Do you think any part of it has to do with like the province of Phuket? They wouldn't want that either because you might get people coming here for a week and then jumping over to Samui. And if it's cheap, it's possible. But when the price is that, they're like, I'll just spend my 2 weeks here.
Yeah, well, they have the option to go. I mean, it's not crazy expensive, and then they still can go by bus and ferry. You know. I mean, yeah, you can fly. With the road development from here to Suratani.
The road's amazing.
It's amazing. It's only 3 hours. So and then 1 hour by ferry. Yeah. Some people enjoy the ride.
If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.